Good afternoon, everyone. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews, and I am your literary ambassador. And today I have Patrice Rivers on my channel today. Welcome, Patrice.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Fine. All right. Tell us a little about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm an author of 8 books. I am the owner and creator of That Rivers Girl brand. And That Rivers Girl brand consists of different things such as my books, my magazine, Versify, my services I offer such as newsletter, design services, and writing services, my YouTube channel, TRGB TV, where I do videos and, promoting my brand, and magazine, also my freelance writing, and that's about it. Also, I'm a blogger, and yep, that's it. That's me, That Rivers Girl.
Okay. What is your genre?
My genre is poetry, children books, and also I'm starting a new genre, nonfiction. So those are my three top ones.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about your magazine that you have?
Yes. Versify magazine is a magazine for men and women in business, who are business owners, entrepreneurs, author. And this magazine is about diversity as well. So I'm trying to get, men and women of diversity, So basically it's a platform. It's more than a magazine. It's a platform where I do offer interviews, promotion, advertisement services as well, to help them gain more exposure and to give them a platform to share their business and their work.
Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about your books. You can talk about the books that you have already published, and you can read from a few.
Okay. So I want to start with my children book, because that's pushing this book more and more. It's called Patrice's, I'm not sure if you can see that, Patrice's Guardian Angel. Here we go. And basically it's a children book about a little girl living with sickle cell, a 7-year-old girl living with sickle cell. And it talks about her journey, as she discovers her guardian angel, which is a form of a cat. And it's really a kind of a personal story for me, because my grandmother passed away in 2012, and she was always encouraging me, giving me words of encouragement through my journey. So I wanted to make it more personal. So by, sharing that story, is more than a children's book. It's a book, an educational book to educate adults and children living with sickle cell. And also a lot of people don't know about sickle cell. So I definitely want to push that more to the forefront and let people know what sickle cell is and how they can support, become an advocate. So because it's not talked about a lot in the communities, you might hear it every now and then, but I want to kind of push it more, through my children's book. And this is actually a part of a series as well. I have the other book coming out called Patricia's Visit to the Hospital, coming out September in honor of Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So this book is a part of a series. So that's my children's book.
Okay.
And the other book I have, which is my recent poetry book, which is called A Love Scorned.
Yeah.
You see that? And it's a collection of love poetry. It was published on Valentine's Day this past February. And it's, basically talks about heartbreak and, true love. And it's, about some of my experiences as well. So I know a lot of people deal with heartbreak, deal with relationships. And I just thought to, just publish something along those lines of love, because that's a big, big area. So I just want to share that.
Okay.
And the other one, Through My Lens, which was published, you can see it.
Yes.
Okay. It was published in 2018. And it's basically a book of inspirational poetry. And like I said, things that a lot of people go through in the world, and just basically inspiring topics. So I kind of put some of my situations and things I was going through in there as well. But this book of poetry, you know, a lot of people can relate to this. So this is inspirational. So those are my 3 books I have currently.
And would you like to read out each one of them?
Yes, I can read from I'm gonna start with my poetry. A Love Scorn. I'm sorry. A Love Scorn. I forgot to mention the title. But I'm gonna read one of my poems, which it's called You Hurt Me. Okay. How could you break my heart again, pouring my eyes out again? For what? So you can continue to hurt me again? I was stress-free without the extra baggage you sprung on me. I'd rather be free, stress-free. I'm tired of you hurting me. I should be laughing and smiling, not crying and feeling hurt. It's like you have kicked my heart into the dirt. I'm tired of this. I don't need this BS or to be torn to pieces. You hurt me again, and I'm trying to figure out why. Don't you love me? Of course they say love is blind. Am I blind by your love? All right, that's it. That's You Hurt Me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can read another poem out of my other book, Through My Lens.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. I don't know. I have so many poems in this one. All right, so I'm going to read. I randomly chose one. It's called Gifted and Blessed. I'm only trying to confess that I'm gifted and blessed. You see, we all have a gift and a purpose. Just know you are worthy and pure. Even just a smile can lead to a cure. Now you can be a greeter and spread your smiles. I'm pretty sure people can see them from a dozen of miles. You are gifted and blessed. All you have to do is be content and confess. When God puts you up for a test, it should become your spirit and soul. And when you become patient, your blessings will start to unfold. I'm blessed. So of course, I'm going to confess. Gifted and blessed. That's
wow, I like that one. I like that.
Thank you.
All right. What do you have? What projects are you working on right now?
Well, I'm working on several different things. Like I said, my book series, my children book series, my new book, Patrice's Visit to the Hospital, will be released in September. So that's already done. I wrote that. I finished writing that last year. So that's done. The illustrations is done. The next process is publishing and everything. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like I said, I'm trying to, finish up the series. Mm-hmm. So it's 2 more books within the series of sickle cell, but I want to continue it because sickle cell doesn't only affect the community, African American community, it also affect other ethnic backgrounds, Hispanic, Latin, and the Caribbean. So I want to kind of add some diversity. So I want to do children books along with diversity and still talk about sickle cell. I want Patricia to kind of grow up and just kind of continue the story because I want to keep that character because she's been introduced already to the world. So with the 2 books I have, and I just want to keep Patricia. I just kind of want to do more reading to the schools, elementary schools, and just educate children and adults about sickle cell. I've tried this before, it didn't really work in the past because I wasn't really into it. But now, I'm more into it now. So working on that Patricia project, and of course, working on the magazine. And in my nonfiction book, my first nonfiction I want to do, talk about my journey with sickle cell. So that's going to be my first nonfiction book, and I do want to have that out this year. So those are pretty much the things I'm working on now.
Okay. Can you talk about your publishing journey?
Yes. My first book, first published my book in 2012 called A Collection of God's Word and Motivation, which is also a book of inspirational poetry. I was traditionally published, so I actually didn't know too much about publishing back then. I didn't really utilize Facebook. I wasn't part of different groups, so I didn't know what type of, publishing groups there was out there. So I just kind of did my own research on Google, came across a publishing company called Westbow Press. They seemed like a pretty decent publishing company, so I just went with them.
Mhm.
And of course, the process wasn't what I expected it to be for that price, because it was pricey. But basically, everything they done, I could have done myself as a self-publisher. And another company I was with, Inner Child Press, which I went with another company for my second book, which is poetry, Lyrical Passion, Tears from My Inkwell, and my children's book, Patrice's Guardian Angel. That experience was good. I mean, he did a good job publishing. So with those publishing companies was pretty decent. Another independent publishing company for my first children's book, she didn't really do an awesome job because it was supposed to be illustrations in my book, and she ended up using live photos. So that was a very, very stressful journey. Every publishing company, you got to do your research, and there are some that, can be spammy. So I dealt with one bad publishing company, but I'm still working with my other publishing company for my children's books, Inner Child Press. But now I'm self-publishing my other books. So self-publishing is really, really good. It's really convenient because you get to publish at your own pace, choose your own price and everything, but you still have the challenges of marketing. So self-publishing is good. Traditional is good. It's just a marketing part that's really challenging.
And how do you market your books?
Well, I'm definitely on Facebook, social media. I'm always promoting in different author groups on Facebook. I'm a part of over 200 groups, so of course I try to utilize and create different ads. I'm very visual, so I use a website called Canva. I'm at canva.com, and Canva is really, really helpful, for entrepreneurs, authors, to get more promotions, to get more visual details. So I use that, create different flyers, posters, videos, and stuff, and promote my book like that. And then, of course, post them in different groups. It's been pretty good. I mean, I sold a couple of books for my children's books, so that has helped. But you just got to be consistent with it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be consistent with the marketing, especially on social media. But I think, I guess promoting your books face-to-face helps a lot too in different vendor events, which I participated in vendor events in the past. So that has helped. But marketing can have its, pros and cons, but it's still stressful and it's still challenging. So
what inspires you to write?
Well, actually, I started writing at a very early age. I was blessed with the gift of writing actually at the age of 9, where I started writing creative stories, short fiction stories. So basically, all that sparked at the age of 9, just writing those short stories. And also, at the age of 15, I started writing poetry. So 15 until now, I still write, a lot of poetry. It's very therapeutic, especially writing poetry. That helps a lot. When you're dealing with something, or, you just want to put it down on paper or type it up on a computer. So it's very therapeutic. But the fact that I'm very creative, I have a vivid imagination, makes it easier for me to just create something. And I like, storytelling at times as well.
How can readers get in touch with you and find your books?
They can reach out to me. I'm always visible on social media. Instagram, I know a lot of people have Instagram. They can follow me on Instagram, that Rivers Girl Brand, THATRIVERZGURL Brand, BRAND, that Rivers Girl Brand on Instagram. If they want to purchase my books, my website, patricesrivers.com, and there's a link on there where you can click for my books, and that'll take you straight to my author page on Amazon. So it's kind of easier than to search for my books directly on the Amazon page. They can always like my business pages on Facebook, author P Fierce, That Rivers Girl is my other page, and Married to Journalism is my third. So I have 3 business pages on Facebook. Or they want to send me a friend request, Patrice Rivers on Facebook.
Okay. Thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right. This is Queenie Clem, Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. Happy reading, everybody. Bye.
All right, bye. Thank you.